This screencast is looking at the Mathematical Applications course, letting you know what's in the course, how it's structured, how you get marked, and how each component is weighted. The topics that are covered in this course, we choose 4 of them. We choose share investments, maths and small business, statistics and working with data, and investments and loans. You may have seen these previously in other maths courses you would have done. The difference between the old course and the new course is that only 2 of these topics are examined. So stats and working with data and investments and loans have an exam, and that exam is at the end of the year. In all the other components, share investment, maths and small business, stats and working with data, investments and loans, there are assessment components that are common through all of them, and you would have seen these before as well. So let's have a look at that structure there so we can see what actually makes up your final mark and how the course is weighted. As you can see, SATs, which is summative assessment tasks or skills and assessment tasks, these are like tests and they are worth 30%. And in a sec we'll have a look at the breakdown of how that works. Your final grade is calculated for 30% of the exam, and as I said before, that is calculated from 2 topics, and then 40% comes from your folios. Now your folios are like projects, so you can see that the majority of the marks come from those projects which enable you to develop your mathematical skills and actually demonstrate how well you know those skills in a written kind of context. So 30% tests, 30% exams, and 40% from the folio. So when we break that down a bit further, in the SATs or the tests, we have 2 from share investments, 2 from maths and small business, 1 from stats and working with data, and 1 from investments and loans. So the 2 topics that have an exam in them have 1 less test. So that all up, that means for you there are 6 tests for the whole year. When you look at folios, we have a folio in share investments, maths and small business, and 1 in investments and loans. So what that means is we get to dig a bit deeper in the 2 topics that haven't got an exam, and also get you to develop some skills in investments and loans, which will have a link into some other areas as well. Then the last bit in the exam, there's an exam that has investments and loans and stats and working with data. So you can see that the course is quite structured and quite organised, but it also enables you to see where your marks are coming from. And with anything to do with the SACE, in terms of getting that mark at the end, you must kind of remain consistent with what you do, because there are those 6 tests that keep on going through the year. You have those portfolio tasks, those folio tasks that go through the year as well. So 70% of your marks come before you actually get to the exam, which is quite important. In semester 1 we'll be doing share investments in maths and small business, and then in semester 2 generally we'll be doing stats and working with data and investments and loans. This may not be like the semesters that you have during the year, but we'll split it right down the middle so that you are ready for your exam at the end of the year. So that is the outline of Maths Apps and the way the weightings run, and hopefully that makes it a little bit clearer for you in terms of what you'll be studying and the things that you need to do to secure that final mark.